Game 3 of the World Series.
It's
Unbelievable first 2 games.
Dude,
really. I mean, like you have like a build-up on a series, a dream series, and L.A. and New York and stars and history and storied franchise, but they could be a dud. It could be 10-0. They could be bad games, and you go, I'm not into it. But no, both games end with the bases loaded in the last inning, and the Dodgers win because Freddie Freeman hits a grand slam, the first time ever in baseball history, and then the Yankees lose because they don't get a hit with the bases loaded.
It's unreal.
I mean, it's unreal, both games.
Yeah, you and I have been talking about it for the last, 2-3 weeks or so. And each series, each opportunity, there's been big at-bats where it's like, all right, this can't happen. It happens.
Runs,
there's no way this is going to happen. It happens. No way they're going to come back. They come back. The Guardians aren't going to come back. The Yankees came back. When the Guardians came back and the comeback, it has been spectacular. It's been fun. And oftentimes I think, too, like the best thing about sports is when Rob Parker's going to watch, right? Kelvin Washington, it's when you can introduce to the casual fan. Like, and now they have new fans, right? Who are like, I kind of watch it.
There's
but
no doubt. I mean,
that's the best part.
Because of the star power
100%.
as well.
The teams, the franchises, the star power. I mean, you had the Mets. That's New York, a big team, all right? You had the Detroit. That's been a huge franchise for 150 years, whatever.
They're a charter member, right?
Exactly. The charter member, members only jacket. And they start to make their run. It's been great, man. And you literally, like, if you walked into, we live in Hollywood. If we walked up with the script, they'd be, all right, settle down. You don't have to oversell it, Mr. Washington. You don't have to try to oversell me.
No, you don't have to. Right.
The guy who's injured walks a walk-off grand slam. You don't have to. It's literally been that, and that's what's been making this spectacular. It's one of the rare times where things have lived up to the hype.
Yeah, big time. But here we go, Game 3 in the Bronx. First World Series game in New York in 15 years. It's been a long time. People will be jacked, even though they're down 0-2. And the big story, of course, is Shohei, who I thought, Dave Roberts, was sticking up for his guy, saying, hey, he's got the green light. He can run whatever he wants. I don't have a problem with it. But you ask yourself, with a 3-run lead, what are you doing stealing the base with 2 outs? Like, it really didn't factor in. And, of course, if he didn't get hurt, no one would say anything. But when you get hurt, you go, why are you doing extra stuff that you don't really need? You didn't need that base. And here they are. The guy has a separated shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why the Dodgers are doing this, but I would not, N-O-T, play Shohei today. And here's my reason why. You're up 2-0. You got a little cushion. You don't want to put him right back out there. What happens if it pops back out, swings hard, or something happens, and now he's lost for the rest of the series or something? Whereas if you give him just the one, you had the day off yesterday, one extra game, because remember, it's game 3, 4, and 5
in New York
in 3 straight days. You see what I'm saying? So there's no time off. Give him an extra day, shoot him up with whatever you got to shoot him up with, and then get him back out there. But I think this is risky because of you saw the grimace on his face when he got injured.
I do think there was part of that was a little embarrassed because this is the second time this playoffs he's tried to get a steal and got picked off. So obviously he's thrown out. He's clearly in pain. That's without a doubt. But I do think there was a bit of embarrassment. He's been pretty much spectacular all season long. He's been slightly below what he had been, during the regular season. In the postseasons, he's had some huge moments. So I think he was a little embarrassed. He got caught, thrown out. So I think there was that. But he's fine. He's fine. I've shot off a few, you know what I mean? He's fine. I shot off some text messages. He's fine. Is he hurt? Is he nicked up? Yes. Is he in pain? Yes. But he's fine. And I hear what you're saying, but I think
all I'm saying is, and people sometimes he's a gamer. He wants to play, but sometimes you got to step in to stop people because they always want to play. I don't think that he wants to beg out. It's the World Series. He doesn't want to let his team down. But sometimes you have to go and say, man, we just want to give you one extra day. We're up 2-0. You know what I mean? We lose. You're right back in there tomorrow. I promise you. We just need to make sure because if you lose him for the rest, people will say, why did they rush him back?
I'm okay with that risk because we're trying to win a title because people like Rob Parker will then poo-poo the Dodgers' success over the last decade.
I'm the poo-poo
They don't have a this. They don't have a that. They got one Mickey Mouse title. And then no, we are all in. We are committed. Can you play? Yes. I'm going to look you in your eye one more time. Can you play? I'm good to go. then let's go out there and get this. Listen, they got a loaded team. They've had the depth. That's one thing the Dodgers have had for the most part of this run they've had is depth. I'm going with that. I totally get your point. But this is it, man. We got a chance to go 3-0. History says we're good to go by the numbers. We absolutely are all in, and if he can play, he can play. And I don't think he's as hurt as we thought in the moment.
Well, here's the other thing, too. It ain't like he's been lighting it up. He's 1 for 8, so he hadn't been playing great. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying it's different if his bat was instrumental in the reason that you won the first 2 games and you feel like nobody else was hitting and you felt the pressure of doing that, but you're not in that situation. And that doesn't mean that you don't want him to contribute.
But he means too much, Rob. You know that. Just his presence, the way you have to pitch around him, the concern you might have.
He's 1 for 8.
No, but he's still Shohei, right? That's like if Steph Curry pulls up for a 3, like, oh, shoot, it's Steph.
Well,
I know
depends.
Is it a final shot?
Okay, okay, thank you.
I hate that. That's the one thing we're going to agree on.
That's
one thing throughout our NBA season.
He's 0 for 12.
That's one thing that we're going to agree. Like
those are facts.
If you're telling me it's a minute and a half left in the game,
he's going
to knock it down. You know, that last
one. Tell me 20 seconds, 10 seconds?
Yeah, we're going to agree on that. People are they're going to be mad that we agree on that. But no, I totally, listen, you don't want to hurt him. You don't want to risk it. I'm taking the chances. I'm trying to win a World Series title, and I absolutely need him out there, even if he's out there giving it. You know, Freddie Freeman's been banged up all postseason. I mean, you saw him have to make some catches on first base where you're like, part of you was like, man, get this dude out of here. He had some at-bats early on.
But I don't know how hurt Freddie, like everyone was making the comparison to Kirk Gibson, but I thought that was a stretch from this standpoint. He had a triple in the first inning. He ran for a triple. Like, if you got a bad ankle, ain't no way you're getting a triple. You can't get a triple with a good ankle.
Those shots are good, man.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
shooting my ankle up, I'm feeling good.
Like, if you go back and watch it, Kirk Gibson didn't play because he couldn't move. Like, there's a big difference. Freddie's in the lineup. Kirk Gibson could not play and hobbled up to the plate and just to get a couple swings in. That's what made that.
Freddie's really banged up. He really is.
No, I'm not saying he's
I know what you mean, but Kirk, they called him in. They brought him in.
He wasn't playing
and
he walked
up to the plate like, I can't believe they didn't call me in. Right. I was sitting here spitting out the sunflower seeds. They didn't call me in. I think guys are banged up, and it's in any sport, right? I mean, it's 162 games, and I know baseball isn't like football, but 162 games, dude, sometimes doubleheaders, flights, banged up this, but I played through it. Now I'm in the postseason. I go to Game 5 with the Padres. They've been doing a lot, man, so I totally understand that, but I'm absolutely going out there to get it. I need Shohei. I don't care if it's just him. And also, I do think it matters that he's not out there. He's not like, I'm hitting and I'm in the outfield.
No,
you know what I mean? That's the key part, too. Just
but he has to swing the bat.
He does.
It's a dislocated shoulder. You hope it doesn't pop out again.
And then if it pops out, we're going to have to go like Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. Pop that thing back in, bro. You've seen, bam, slam it in a car door, slam it on the wall. We are absolutely the minute I looked at that man and he said, I'm good, we good. And he's absolutely playing. The Dodgers are on a mission, and there's no way if he's 70, 65%, we're going.
I don't know about you, but if I was Dave Roberts, I would Shohei him to the bench for Game 3.
I'm showing him to the top of the lineup. Here you go. Here's home plate. You're up first.